Now in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can step up your audio presence when it comes to any form of digital communication. So if you're taking a Zoom meeting, Teams meeting, Google Meets meeting, anything that is digital, and you want to be able to come off professionally, if you want to be heard, then you're going to want to have better audio. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Saramonic Ultra. Matter of fact, now you're hearing the Saramonic Ultra, and the Saramonic Ultra is a very affordable mic system that is going to help you present yourself in the best possible way. And audio is over 50% of your communication, I would say, presence. So it's really important to have great audio, and having a simple solution that can work on PC, laptop, phone, camera, whatever the situation is super important. So in today's video, we're going to go over the audio quality, as you can hear right now. We're going to go over the features, and we're going to see why this is going to be one of the most versatile solutions that you'll find when it comes to stepping up your audio presence. And that, my friends, is super important. Let's get right to it. Now, before taking a closer look at the Saramonic Ultra, we're going to go over the specs of the product. And the specs of the products are really going to help you understand all of the capabilities that you're going to want to really invest in when it comes to owning this product. And I really mean investing is using these solutions. So many people that I know of that pick up a product, they don't even explore it and understand all the capabilities. So first, let's talk about battery life. We're talking about 6 hours of battery life per charge, which is very good. In addition to that, you get 18 hours with the actual charging case. Now, these wireless earbuds that you see, or not wireless earbuds, this wireless mic that you see here, and you can see it right here, is actually IPX5 waterproof, which means that if you are out and doing a recording, and we're not talking about professional recording, like if you had a crew, if you're doing it run and gun, where you basically have a phone in your hand and you're doing it, and you get caught in the drizzle, you don't want your equipment to get damaged. IPX5 certification means that you're going to be able to use this in a variety of climates. If you're in snow, if it starts to rain, you should be fine. Now, it does have built-in timecode technology, and basically what that means is that there's an actual sequence that's part of the actual audio that helps it sync up with your video editing software. Now, you may not be a user of that, like a pro-level user, but this gives you the ability to really sync things up. If you've ever seen in a movie where someone comes with those little clappers and they go and they clap it, and they're basically doing the time sync, this is what we were talking about, but with all the numbers that are basically recorded throughout your recording. Now, it also has something that's known as 32-bit float. And the 32-bit float is really going to help you when it comes to dealing with harsh noises, as well as environments that you just really can't control what's going on around you. Like literally right now, I can hear outdoor that there's a lawnmower going on. They're actually cutting the grass. And the actual system has the ability to record on board 8 gigabytes of storage, everything that's being captured. And then this 32-bit float is also going to help me when it comes to mastering, again, my audio challenges I can have when I'm recording wherever I am. Now, the other thing that I really like about this, and I've never seen this in a product before, is that it has an external antenna. Now, typically you see these long-range tests when it comes to audio. I'm not a fan of those because the reality is that I don't really do videos where I am 100 feet away from a camera or 60 feet away from a camera. My camera is no more than 4 feet away from my face, if any. Maybe it's 2.5 to 3 inches. But let's say you are filming a wedding, a cotillion, some type of party, and you're wanting to basically capture that person. Well, with this antenna, get this, you can actually go as far as 984 feet away. 984 feet. I don't know who would do this, but 984 feet is a feat that I've never seen. That means that if you have your talent, be it the bride and the groom, and they are basically giving their vows, you have the person who's facilitating the wedding, you could be 984 feet away and not have to worry about losing a signal. That's super powerful. Now, 130 dB SPL anti-distortion basically means that this is going to be able to deal with really harsh environments without any kind of clipping going on. They claim that that's near a jet engine level of noise. And that's pretty impressive when it comes to a solution like this. So you're going to be able to capture true audio without clipping. Now, it does come, this is a full kit, and I also found this very unique. It comes with lavaliers, remote control, auto gain, and noise cancellation. As a matter of fact, right now, we're recording this entire piece with the noise canceling on. We're going to turn it on and off in a couple seconds so you can see what the difference is. Now, this also comes with a lot of flexibility when it comes to connectivity. USB-C, Lightning adapter, which means your new iPhone, your legacy iPhone, and then all your Android phones are going to be supported, as well as PCs. Any device that can support USB-C, this is going to be able to connect to. So if you think about iOS, you think about Android, got you covered. If you're talking about a laptop, a PC, or a Mac, it has you covered too. If you would like to be able to manage the actual the headphones themselves, or not the headphones, the actual mic itself, you know what? It comes with a smart app that you can modify and update and configure as well. And you're going to see that in this video. So there's a lot of configuration that you can actually manage, all of it using this mobile app. Now in the box, you're going to find your actual battery case, right? This is what's going to give you that extended battery life. And then what you're going to find is the 2 transmitters and then the 1 receiver. And we'll see that in a second. You also then have this accessory box. I just want to show you everything that's inside because there is a lot in here. A lot in here, and I like the fact that it's not just all loose, it's all together in one spot. So check all the things that are in here. So we'll get this out. Got one more thing in here. So we have the known as dead cats. This is for actually noise from in a wind environment to keep the wind from kind of slurring into your environment as you're speaking. You have USB-C connector, right? You also have an audio connector, so this is going to be if you want to connect it to a phone. And then you have a little goodie bag here with additional accessories. So let's go ahead and open up the goodie bag so you can see everything that's inside. Yeah, we're not going to be too technical when we open this up, right? So what do you have here? You have your clips, right? So here you have your clips for your lapel. It does come with 2 lapel mics, which I love that it comes with that. So you can see actually your lapel mics. And then what you have over here is that antenna. So we're going to go ahead and put this stuff in here. And we'll put it over to the side. And then we have this antenna, which is going to give you that over 900 foot type of range, given, again, this antenna here. Now, if we take a look at the case, let's look at the case itself. I like this case. I think it's very similar, reminiscent to what you see with a, let's say, a DJI product or some of the other headphones or earbuds that you have in the market. I keep on saying headphones and earbuds. We're talking about mics today, so we'll focus on the mics. So it's very similar, though, to all the mics that you see on the market. And there's a USB-C connector in the back. And when I open it up, you may hear the audio coming from the other transmitter. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And then what you'll see is in this bay, you have a couple things going on. You have the other transmitter that would go here, and then you have your receiver, which you're going to see in a second. And then what you have right here is a twist-on connector, and this is your actual lightning connector. You see how it has the contact points? Well, this connects to the receiver and then twists to lock into place. So I like the fact that everything is magnetic too, so that's really nice. You'll notice that as soon as you close it, charging, you get a little symbol here at the very top, which I also think is really cool. Now I'm going to switch over so you can see where I'm capturing the audio. So the secondary audio take, I'm actually streaming it to this actual phone or recording to this iPhone. And you can see here you have the actual receiver, and it has a cold shoe mount. You can see the USB-C connector, which is just a twist and plug. And you have some basic controls, some things that you can work on here, right? So you basically have your connect your antenna. You can see this is where you would connect your antenna. Over here, you basically have a mic input, a audio input here so that you can hear what's going on. And then what you have is then in this area is you have your dial, which you can control and access the menu. And then here you can actually monitor what's going on. You'll notice here that there's a little symbol there. That little symbol, the green symbol, is indicating that noise canceling is on. I'm going to go ahead and turn noise canceling off, and you can see how it turns off. So when we do our noise canceling test, you'll be able to see more about it. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it on again just to make sure that I cover everything with our dogs. You have a dial here that's going to allow you to navigate through the menu and also make selections. So that's pretty straightforward. Now we're going to take a look at the mic for a couple seconds, and I've removed it from my chest, so the audio may change a little bit, and you may hear it moving around because I just wanted to keep this within frame or so that you guys can see this. So the mic has a port that you could use to put your lapel mic if you wanted to. I choose not to. the mic, I think that this has better onboard mics than the lapel mic does. You have a USB-C connector right here. You then also have your power and your active noise canceling on this side, right? And then you'll notice that you have this little light here. I'm going to turn off noise canceling. And when you turn it off, you'll notice that the light here changes color. I'm going to turn it on again, and you notice how it changes color as well. If I bring the receiver into view here, and by the way, this is a touch screen, so you're going to be able to swipe left, right, up, down, make selections, do all the configuration you like. I'm not going to go through all the configuration options, but just letting you know that it's a very robust menu. You can do everything on your phone, or you could do it on the app, as opposed to the receiver itself. And here, you'll notice that as soon as noise canceling is on, there's a little green area that turns on. I'm going to tap it again. Noise canceling is off. It went off. Noise canceling on, and it's almost instantaneous. It's really, really fast. So let's go back. One thing I also wanted to highlight is that you have this magnetic clip right here, right, that you can use. So let's go ahead and put this back on. And what we're going to do is we're going to start doing our audio test. So now we're doing our audio test, and I'm in a noisy environment. I wanted to see how well the actual, again, Saramonic Ultras would do in a noisy environment. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the Saramonic Ultras and hear how much is being canceled. Let's go ahead and switch. Now this is what the Saramonic Ultras are going to sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. We're going to add some wind to the environment. Now this is what the Saramonic Ultra would sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now throughout that test, I was using the active noise canceling, and right now I'm still using it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to turn it off and see how well it sounds. Now we're testing out the mic without the actual noise canceling on. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. This is what it sounds like with the active noise canceling off. Now, as we take a closer look at the app, I wanted to share with you how flexible and how powerful this app is. So it has a lot of capabilities. At first glance, you actually see the receiver. You can determine what type of audio you are using. You could do mono, stereo. You could also do have safety channel, headset, mic, headphone. So there's a lot of choices that you can work with there. You can tap on the speaker button. You can determine the RX gain control. So as you're doing your testing, you may want to modify that. You may not. You have your timecode settings here. You also have your camera presets here, which camera you're using. And then you can see information about both of the transmitters. So you can see battery level, you can see signal strength, and also dB, right? And then modify that as you find necessary. In the more details area, or the more settings area, you can set auto record as soon as you pull it out and it turns on, 32-bit float recording. You have your gain modes, how much gain you want to add, noise cancellation, and then again, a secondary backup there. You then also have your noise cancellation modes, and you can change it from noise cancellation 3, noise cancellation 2, noise cancellation 1, and then cycle back up. Your sound modes, you have a couple options here. You can actually set your sound modes to original, voice enhancement, and then low cut. I still have mine on original. You can also set up stereo mode. I have mine set to mono. You can set what your RX backlight brightness is, and then also your time code, as well as additional settings here that you have on the right. So what are my thoughts about the Saramonic Ultra? I think that they're very compatible and very capable wireless headphones. So what are my thoughts? Now, if you're asking what are my thoughts on the Saramonic Ultras, I have to say I really like the package. I like the price point. I like all the capabilities, and I thought the audio is goes really well too. So this is definitely something that if you're looking for a mic, it's a great option for you guys to invest in. The fact that it comes with 2 mics and all those accessories is also really providing more value than any brand I've seen on the market.